Hey everyone, Mike Hidalgo here. Thank you for joining us on another FCP Euro DIY. Today we're going to be working on our 2002 Volkswagen GTI Mark IV. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace the battery in your Mark IV GTI. This is going to be applicable to any Mark IV chassis as the battery location is in the same spot with the same items on top of them. Typically batteries are going to last anywhere from 5 to 10 years depending on what kind of brand you have. Oftentimes a couple signs of a bad battery is a slow crank on startup. And when the battery is really bad, you might just get a couple clicks from the ignition. Don't be fooled though, even though a battery is not strong enough to start your car, you might still have lights that go on, your radio might still come on, even your headlights might come on. That doesn't mean that the battery is good enough to start the car though, so just keep that in mind if you're figuring out why your car is not starting. Typically a click is what you're going to hear though. Today we're going to be installing our Odyssey battery. You can find this on the site. This is an AGM battery, a little bit better than what you can get off the shelf at like your local parts store. So before we get started with the install, let's take a look at some of the tools we're going to need to get this in. For this job, you're going to need a couple of basic hand tools. Today we're going to be using a 3/8 ratchet, a long extension, 13mm socket, and a 10mm socket. So not too bad. You can sub some of these with a wrench, except for the 13, which is a little bit deeper in there. Now we have a look at the tools. Let's get started on this DIY. Good people, we're at the car. We're going to go ahead and work on removing our terminals first before we do anything. Let's start with my negative side. You're going to need a 10mm socket or wrench, whatever you have lying around. I'm going to go ahead and do our positive side. Keep in mind stuff like your radio, stations, settings are going to reset your clock, your date. No big dinos though. Set that off to the side. You're going to want to remove this upper bracket to get the battery out. In this case, you can see our top portion here with our fuse panel is already a little dislodged. Typically, it's going to slide out towards the air box, and then you can flip it over. You're going to have a tab on either end of this that you're just going to want to push on. There's one side. There's two, and this just lifts up. It's got a hinge on the back. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove our hold down. It's going to be a 13mm bolt. So right now what we're facing is a very Mark IV rusty bolt. What's happening is the bolt is spinning within the threads that are holding it on the other side. We tried putting a little pressure on it with this flathead screwdriver to pull up and see if we can relieve the dead spot that it's stuck in, but everything is spinning as a whole. So we're going to work at this, try to get this off. If anything, we'll just move it out of the way for now so we can get this old battery out and get the new one in, but stay tuned. What we're doing right now is we're going to try to pry the battery out of its home. That plate is still rusted into place, so we can at least get this out, then we have some more room to work at that. With our old battery out, we can go ahead and install our new battery. You want to make sure your terminals are on the right side. You don't want to install this backwards by accident. With that seated in, you can then put in your holding plate with your hardware back on. So remember, we were having trouble taking this one off. Eventually this battery box is going to have to be replaced. The riv nut that holds this in place is just too rusted out. Again, this is going to be a 13mm. From there, we can then install this top cover back on. And this is a hinged piece, just like that. That clips on there. And then this fuse holder slides into place, and then we can hook up our terminals back on. And once you snug those up, if you still have your old battery cover, you can slip that over and wrap this job up. And there you have it, my good people, another easy DIY in the books. We hope you like what you saw today. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments on this job, please be sure to leave those in the comment box below. And if you like this DIY and you want to see more like them, please consider subscribing. We make new ones all the time. As always, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.